Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, we're live and I'm back after 2 weeks of sun and fun. So you know I have some great stories to share with you. Also today, a surprising choice to replace Sharon Osbourne on CBS's The Talk. Who's the familiar face? You'll find out in the Hot Dish. And a new dating show with an interesting name. Debuts on HBO Max. Is it a good fit for us to watch? You'll find out. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Good morning, Waikiki. Good morning, Napa Valley. Good morning, Minnetonka. I'm sorry, what? Oh, I'm back. Oh, good morning, Egan. And good morning to you. Welcome to The Jason Show. I'm Jace. It's The Jason Show complete with Jason. And she's back too. Please say hello to Napa Valley's favorite wine drinker, Kendall Mark, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. And hello.
Hello.
It's been a long time.
It's been so long, and there were so many things to show today.
I know. We have, well, look, you're back.
I'm back.
I'm back. Mm-hmm. Thanks to everyone that filled in. The butler. Thanks to Tom and Shane and you. Did I miss anyone? Did we bring anyone back from the dead or anybody? I mean, anyone else?
I think Carl came in for a little while.
Producer Carl,
yeah.
He came back.
Yeah.
But thanks to everyone that filled in. I greatly appreciate it. Since you've been gone, we've been gone, a couple things changed. I got a tan. I look like I look like a little tater tot. But I got a tan. And also, Leo, go ahead and take a shot. We got a brand new desk while I was gone. See, this is what happens. We get a new boss, Marion Mim Davey, and the checkbook opens. We went to the Bank of America. Mim says, Jack. She calls me Jack. Jack, what do you need? I go, Grace? I call her Grace. Grace, I would like a new desk. And she whipped out her giant Ed McMahon checkbook and then got us a desk. So I asked her next season, I want a pony. I said, I just want a little mini pony for Kendall. When I introduce you, I would like you to come out on a mini pony.
Okay.
How does that? Hey, but we have something for you guys too, other than the desk. Not a mini pony. I'm not giving those away. So I have a box right here, Kendall. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
So, I don't have my other one. Well, you know, we have the Jason Show mugs, and people love those Jason Show mugs. They do. We get asked every single day, that without exaggeration, we get an email from someone asking, how do you buy the mugs? We still can't sell them. It's somebody, I don't know. It's the counters. It's there. They don't want to do it. Anyway, but we have a brand new mug for our virtual audience members. Okay, are you ready? Leo, take the shot. Here it is. There we go, everybody. Right there. There is the Jason Show virtual audience mug. And look on the back. It's a cartoon of my giant face. Look at that.
Beautiful.
So I would recommend drinking it like that. This will make you sick. Just drink it like that. But isn't this nice? These are beautiful. So thanks to our creative service department. Now here's the deal. If you want a Jason Show mug, you gotta sign up. We're launching a special edition mug this morning, that one right there, and you can get it for free. It's a limited edition. It's like a Beanie Baby. Okay, how much did we pay for the spinning graphic? Wow, again, Mim is spending all sorts of money on our show now. It's a limited, this is the best graphic we've ever had in our show's history. Look at that. That graphic, ladies and gentlemen, $4,000 right there. It's a limited edition virtual audience mug available to anyone who joins us for the show as part of the virtual audience. Now, here's the deal. You have to show up. You can't just sign up and not actually participate. The audience is part of our show every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Go to our Facebook page and sign up to be a part of the show. There's a link. We put it back at the top of our Jason Show Facebook page. That's exciting, isn't it?
I just can't get over that you come back and they're like a desk, a new mug, a spinning graphic. Mim never wants you to leave.
No, well, that's not true. No, are you kidding? After Tom Butler's performance yesterday, Tom with his socks and his little witty banter.
I know.
No, Mim's like, get this Jason guy out of there. Anyway, you ready? Should we? Oh, one more thing. It's too much. Poor Ted wrote 8 stories. We're going to get to 2 of them.
Yep.
Town Ball. Tomorrow is the big day, okay? There it is right there. Join us live tomorrow, maybe. And here's why I'm saying maybe. I don't need to tell you this. You've seen the forecast. You've heard Keith. You've heard, what's the guy at night?
Ian Leonard.
Ian Leonard. You've heard Ian. We're at a joking war with each other. You've heard Ian in his goofy pants say there might be rain tomorrow. So here's the deal. We're going to keep an eye on the forecast. I ask you, all kidding aside, keep an eye on the Jason Show Facebook page. There's going to be a firm decision made later today, probably around 3-ish. We'll make a 3-ish. We'll make a firm decision. And if we don't post anything on our page, it means everything's a go. If we post something, it means we've unfortunately had to cancel because of lightning. So we're keeping an eye. Keith and Ian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, they're all going to get together and make a final decision a little bit later, all joking aside. But if the weather's good, please join us tomorrow. But right now, it's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo.
That desk is so big. I'm like, wow.
I love it.
So much space.
I love it. It was a great moment in late night last night. Arsenio Hall filled in for Jimmy Kimmel. He takes a summer break too. He paid homage to the Arsenio Hall show. Look at this.
For those of you who are fans of my old show, I brought something that you'll remember. Check this out. Yeah. Yeah. It's my old flat top, baby. It's back. If I can just stand like this for an hour.
The Arsenio Hall show aired, I believe it started in like 88, 89, and aired into the early 90s. Changed late night. Basically was the only show that ever challenged Johnny Carson. All the young, I mean, if you were a hot young star in those days, you had to go on the Arsenio Hall show. You had to. Prince was on there, Madonna, giant stars that wouldn't even go on Carson sometimes. They were all, that's where the party was. And he was great. And he was one of our favorite guests ever on this show. He was sitting right over there, nicest guy in the world. Really the nicest guy. Were you here or was that Shane back then?
No, you always tell me about how he was one of your favorites though. How he really just like came to play and he just was so kind and you were like, you don't have to be like this when you're that major of a star, but he was.
May I just acknowledge, you look beautiful.
Oh, I thank you. It's the Napatan.
You look, no, I forgot to tell you, there's so much at the top of the show. You look beautiful today.
And you look handsome today. We just
you,
really
though.
miss each other, I think.
We do. We do love each other. We don't hate each other like those people on The View.
Yes.
Next in the dish, The Talk, not The View. The Talk will be getting some new blood this coming fall season. It appears the show will no longer be all women. Jerry O'Connell is in talks to fill the slot left by Sharon Osbourne. Jerry has become a regular guest host on the program since Sharon left. He's going to join Cheryl Underwood, Amanda Klutz, and Elaine Welteroth. Carrie-Ann Inaba is still on a leave from the show. Look, they got to differentiate. They got to do something. You know how I feel about The Talk. If I was CBS, I would have just canceled it. I like Jerry. Jerry's actually hosting a show, a game show for our Fox stations called Pictionary with our good friend Melissa Peterman. I hear that he's a nice guy in person. Melissa wouldn't be dealing with any shenanigans with any jerks. I hear he's really nice and Pictionary's fun. Do we air that here? Do we know, Jeff? We don't know? I'll call Burke. But yeah, I don't know. It might air on Fox 9 Plus. My point being is he's used to this. He had a trial run. He filled in for Wendy. You remember that on Wendy Williams?
He filled in for Wendy, and then there was rumors before Ryan joined Kelly and Ryan that he was going to be the new fill-in one. So I mean, he's had this kind of sprinkling many times before. I hope it works out for him because clearly he wants to do it. If he's guest hosted on so many shows.
Kendall, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm hearing from Ted in the booth.
Yes.
Fox 9 Plus, Monday through Friday, Pictionary, right here.
Great.
You know the good news about what I just said?
What?
We get a quarter because I did a shameless plug for our network.
Maybe we can buy another coffee mug.
That's right.
Coffee mug.
Next in the dish, Kathy Hilton. I love her. Kathy Hilton is one of my favorite things in 2021. She's the breakout star of the new season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And while fans are craving more of her, her daughter says that likely won't happen. Kathy is currently what they call a friend on the show, and Nikki says her mom probably won't become a permanent housewife because she doesn't have the time. I love you, Kathy, but really, what are you doing? She says it's basically a full-time job. Apparently, Nikki and Paris were not thrilled her mom joined the cast. Okay, get over it, because she's fantastic.
Right.
Last week's episode, they were talking about, what's the name of, they made a reference to something, and Kathy was like, who is that? Hunky Dory. One of the housewives said, oh, everything is hunky dory. And it cuts to Kathy, and she goes, who's hunky dory?
I like her too. Her kids, so Paris and Nikki were saying how Nikki said she cried when she found out her mom was going on the show.
Yeah.
And that she thinks she only did it because of quarantine. She was bored, end quote. But that they loved the show. They just said, we just see how much fighting is on it, and we love our mom, so we didn't want her to be on it.
I get that. I get that. But don't worry. No one's going to mess. You don't mess with Kathy Hilton.
Right?
She's Kathy Hilton.
Hilton.
She owns 400 million hotels. Who wants to mess with that?
Hilton.
Yeah, Hilton. As in, check in, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Stay right there, everybody. More show after these words. Back after this. The hot dish isn't over yet. Hope you're hungry. Zac Efron is going viral for all the right reasons.
Let's get out of here.
If you need something to make you smile today, this is it. Then another week, another chance at love, and another episode of The Bachelorette.
Justin, I promise to love you every day.
Producer Ted has his legendary recap. And from amazing sunsets to amazing people, and then some not so amazing people. I'll give you the skinny on my summer break when we return.
So I thought it'd be fun to go out here in these streets, take a camera crew on Hollywood Boulevard. So we went out this afternoon and we asked people about their thoughts on the crisis in Zamunda. Here's tonight's edition of Live Witness News.
Have you been seeing the social media posts about kind of how bad things are at Zamunda?
I have seen some of that, yes. Seen it, that it's been real rough over there and tough for those people. So yes, I've seen that.
Where have you seen those posts?
Twitter and Instagram a lot, even blowing up my feeds. I got a couple friends actually that had family in the area, so he was definitely keeping me informed of the area, making sure I was not one of the ill-informed.
So you have friends who are Zamunda?
Yeah.
Do you think this situation in Zamunda is unique or just a sequel to what went on decades ago?
Oh, I think it's probably a sequel to what went on decades ago.
Who do you think is to blame for the turmoil in Zamunda right now, the Zamundans or the Wakandans?
From everything I've seen and gathered, it's the Wakandans.
All I can say is I weep for the future. I do. More from Arsenio Hall's guest hosting on Kimmel last night. He's so well, he should be naturally. He had his own show. If I were Kimmel and ABC, if he wants to do it, I would just make Arsenio Kimmel's permanent fill-in when Kimmel takes his summer break.
Oh, that's an idea.
You know?
I like it.
He's a natural. I watched most of it last night because I don't know what day it is. Flying back from Hawaii, I don't even, what, is it Tuesday?
I think it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Because to me, it's really 5 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea if it's afternoon. I did not sleep. I slept maybe an hour last night. I don't know where I am.
Somewhere.
What? Yeah.
5 o'clock.
It's somewhere. That was my motto for the last 2 weeks. Next in the dish, it's been more than a year since a Messica came into our lives, thanks to the Netflix show Love is Blind. And now she and the rest of the gang are back. Netflix just released a trailer. Get ready, folks, for Love is Blind After the Altar. Look at this.
It's very special to see everyone again.
Some of us are still in love.
But some of us are still searching.
Still emotional about it so much time after.
Going through the experiment, I really kind of crashed and burned in front of the world.
What do you think about seeing Jessica?
Next question.
Married couples to my right, engaged to my left. I don't want to lose him. Did y'all sex life get any better? He had been fooling me the entire time.
When we get the group together, it's always a fun time.
I hope so.
I hope so. I do too. That's Lauren and Cameron, one of the successful couples from the show. And to their credit, those two were successful right off the bat. And I thought they would be. There was something, you know, the chemistry in any form is pretty intangible. You can't, because I knew it right from the start with those two. They had it together.
Special sauce.
They had the they had the Big Mac special. Yes, they had all of that. Yes.
Oh my gosh, Mac sauce. It's my favorite. Have you ever had it on McChicken? It changes your life.
I have not. No, on French fries, that's good though. But anyway.
Anyway, back to the show.
Did you watch the first season?
No, and I was trying to remember who Messica was because I remember you guys talking about her a lot. Her name is Jessica, and you
but she was
call
a
her
mess.
Messica?
Yeah, she was Jessica, but she's a mess. So people, the world, Ted called her Messica. The whole world. Because she was a disaster. Disaster. I mean, but great TV. I'm excited. This is one of those, and Ted's going to recap Bachelorette, and we have another show coming up right here. All of these dating shows start to look exactly the same to me. This one, Ted told me to watch, and I did, and I actually finished it and enjoyed it.
What?
I did. I loved this one. I'm actually gonna watch this follow-up. The other ones, I don't know, including this one, Next in the Dish. Speaking of groundbreaking reality TV, HBO Max is a new dating show coming. It's from one of the original producers of The Bachelor, and it's hosted by Nikki Glaser. It's all about trying to find out who is there, as they say in The Bachelor, Kendall, who's there for the right reasons. It's called Hookup Island. Take a look.
The three of you are hoping to find love in this tropical paradise.
I'm over the players. I'm at a point in my life where I'm ready for love.
Ooh. What you should know, there are 24 men. 12 of them are nice guys. The other 12, self-proclaimed boys.
Bro.
He's really cute, but he looks like he's gonna ruin my life.
Okay. Muddying the waters even more, there is money on the line, $100 grand. The show will hit HBO Max later this month. Isn't this, and maybe Ted will disagree with me, isn't this just the Bachelor in Paradise?
No.
It looks like it. It looks like Herpy Hideaway or whatever it is. Yes.
No. It's very different.
How is it? Thank you, Eric, for laughing at that one. How is it? I welcome the discussion. How is this different from Gonorrhea Gardens? How is this?
Thank you for asking, Jason.
Yeah.
12 of the people are supposedly wonderful people, and the other 12 are those self-proclaimed bad, terrible people that only want the $100,000. They're both trying to get these girls to like them because if one of the girls likes them, they win the money. So get it? So like, it's totally different. There's no money on The Bachelor.
So basically, they're more upfront about their sleaziness.
Yeah, really. I mean, at the end of the, yeah.
But it's you have to admit, though, it looks exactly the same.
I think it looks worse.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch this.
Oh.
No. I would rather, as I say, I would rather be in shark-infested waters with my rear covered in buckets of chum.
Well, Ted and I are wondering if you'll give us your password so we can watch it.
That's right. I haven't given that to you yet, have I? I got to write that down. I got to give Kendall my HBO Max password.
I feel like I should put that in my next contract.
Probably you should. Ask Mim for that one. Ask the new general manager. Get her HBO Max password. Okay. Next in the dish. Oh, you guys are going to love this. I said this in the tease. If you need a reason to smile, this will give you one. Zac Efron and his brother are having some family fun at a retirement home. They pretended to break their grandfather out to watch some soccer. This is fun. Look at this.
Time to bust Grandpa out of here.
Let's get out of here. Let's hit it. saying Grandpa's better at acting than I am.
Probably. Probably young Efron. What's his brother? Is it, there's Zac and there's, I don't know.
I don't know.
Poopeye? What's his, I don't know the other one's name.
I don't think his name's Poopeye.
Yeah.
But,
That's one of Popeye's nephews.
Okay.
Poopeye. Yeah. Did you know Popeye had nephews? I learned that on the radio show a couple months ago, and I can't get that fun fact out of my head. I didn't know that Popeye had a whole bunch of nephews.
Is this real life? Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're all, yeah, it's Peepeye, Poopeye, Pewpie, Pipeye.
That all sounds like a bad infection.
Yeah. Again, going back to the HBO Max show. Yeah. Next in the dish, Valerie Bertinelli made a big mistake last week. The Food Network star posted on Instagram. Well, and then she read the comments. There's the mistake right there. In response, she called out the trolls for saying she needed to lose weight. Look at this.
You're not being helpful. Because when you see somebody who has put some weight on, my first thought is that person is obviously going through some things. Because if I could lose the weight and keep it off, I would. But since I haven't been successful with that my whole entire life, at 61, I'm still dealing with it. You think I'm not tired of it, lady? Where's the compassion?
Yep. Where is it? And whoever, I'm sure there are multiple people, whoever those people are, do you feel good? I mean, does that, watching that, was it worth it? Was it worth typing some crap, some mean crap to a star of a sitcom? Does it make you feel better? Does it make you feel better to make a fat joke at somebody? I hope whoever did that, I hope you watch that, and I hope you feel really bad. I hope you really, I don't usually wish that on people, but I hope you feel really bad. I hope you're sitting in your grossness. I hope you are hurting because you've inflicted hurt on her, and I hope you learn from that hurt, because she's absolutely right. It doesn't do, as someone that goes up and down and struggles with weight and will until the day I die, that is heartbreaking to see, because she's right. When your weight, it's not about, when you put on weight, it's not about chicken fingers, it's not about French fries, it's not, and you and I have talked about this too. When you gain weight as someone that struggles with it, it usually means your life is out of balance at some point, because you're eating, you're not dealing with some feelings. Instead, you're squat and gobbling, as I say. So that's, I love her. And she's been such a, anyway, yeah, fans rushed off for their support, and she thanked him for the love. Valerie's ex-husband, Eddie Van Halen, died in the past year. Her new book, Enough Already, Learning to Love the Way I Am, what an appropriate title, is available for order. Kills you.
It does. It's just, and she's always been such a huge advocate of like, I have tried all these programs, I get it, it is hard, and here's some recipes that help me, and she's just a kind person.
She is. She's very nice.
Matter.
Anyone that's ever worked with her, going back to one day at a time till now, everyone has nothing but nice things to say. I'm so glad she did that. It's not, and I hope people don't accuse her, oh, it's self-pity, and why would she even, because this drives me nuts sometimes when I go after trolls. Why are you feeding the trolls? Sometimes you got to put people in their place. You know, one of my favorite saying is, you teach people how to treat you. And sometimes enough is enough is enough is enough. And that was obviously a breaking point for her, to which I say good for you. Because there's a point for all of us when it's, you're done. You internet monster, troll, disgusting troll people. We'll be right back. Stay with us, everyone. Back in a moment.
Our bond is sacred, and I vow to cherish your kind, beautiful, thoughtful, loving heart for the rest of our days together. Yeah, I think so.
Justin, I promise to love you every day. I promise to always chase you, to cherish you, to protect you. From this moment on, you are the paint that colored my world. Our marriage is a canvas, so let's paint something beautiful. This is where they say, I now pronounce
That's
you.
you. Husband and wife.
We now
kiss your bride.
Okay. This is what we have to talk about on my day back. Anyway, There it is, everybody. The Bachelorette has chosen Justin, and the season is over. Just kidding. That was just their first date, and he probably won't survive much past that. It's unclear if that was legally binding, but aside from the sham wedding, it was a bloodbath on The Bachelorette. Katie ended up sending 5 guys home, including one of the show's favorites, and that means it's time once again for 42% of America loves Ted. And producer Ted Johnson joins us now from Bachelor Nation headquarters. Ted, I just want to tell you, in honor of that little clip, you are the butter that fries my chicken.
Our marriage is like a canvas.
That's right. Always and forever, Ted. One of your favorites got sent home packing. What happened, my friend?
So sad. Connor, remember him? He was the cat guy.
Yeah.
On night 1, he came out and he was a cat. It was a little creepy, but then it was endearing, and so we sort of liked him. And all season, I had him atop my leaderboard, and then last night, apparently, somehow, the spark isn't there anymore. And she told him he just doesn't do it for her. And so she eliminated him.
Oh, so he went into the friend zone, Ted.
The whole date, it was like watching a friend zone happen in real time, and it was very disturbing.
Now, I hear, because I follow a lot of these folks, stars on the Insta, on the gram as you call it. Were there some drag queens last night on the show?
The group date, and so the group date walks in and the drag queens come out, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, these guys are going to dress up as drag queens.
Yeah.
And some of them probably could come off as pretty good drag queens, maybe, but some of them, like Blake, he's kind of got that beard, but that wasn't what it was about.
What was it?
They were supposed to throw shade at each other.
Oh, and the queens were there to teach them how to throw shade.
Yes. And here's the deal. This season has already thrown a lot of shade at all. They've already kicked off 3, 4, 5 guys because they've thrown shade at them.
Yeah.
Well, so last night they have to throw even more shade, so they have to pick out a new target. Take a look.
Maybe Hunter. I mean, Hunter, it's cute that you have a top 4 list already. It's funny that you're in my bottom 4, but Katie, I mean, you just need a man that respects others. So I mean, yeah.
Top 4.
I'd like to hear this.
What's the top 4?
You're a super fan. You're commenting on the Bachelorette blogs and forums.
Ooh.
We all know you're a leprechaun, dog. I know Katie has a heart of gold, but you can't add it to your pot.
Hunter's got a lot of fans.
So Hunter was the target.
Hunter was the target, but let me just be clear. There is nothing wrong with commenting on Bachelor blogs.
No, obviously. I mean, it's half of Ted's evenings after Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, and so they were trying to do a roast, but none of them were funny. And then Hunter kind of takes the bait, but is trying to be the bigger man and is like, I'm not going to throw shade at anyone, even though this was the whole point of the thing.
Okay, so how did Katie react to all of that?
So Katie then is like, oh, why were you guys so mean to Hunter? It's like, you are literally asking us to bash each other, and then when we do, you get upset. And then, so then she canceled the cocktail party because she was so upset. They actually, and I would not do this to you people, they actually videotaped her outside the bathroom dry heaving.
Over the roast?
She got physically ill.
So let me get this straight. She knew it was a roast. The producers knew it was a roast. So they roasted each other, and she got upset because they were roasting each other.
Exactly.
Okay. Who got sent home?
So basically all the guys who were roasting all the guys who were roasting Hunter, including Hunter, got sent home. So in addition to Connor, you had this guy, Aaron. He was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have roasted Hunter then. You had this guy, Trey. He's saying, oh, maybe I should have focused more on Katie. You had this guy. He was the one who was in the box the whole night. So yeah, we're whittling them down. Some other guys that I don't think ever had any lines in the whole show. So,
that's great. I purposely kept this a little shorter because I got to ask you, I'm on vacation, as you well know, And I'm gone, and I was occasionally checking social media. And all of a sudden, I see, because I'm a follower of Ted, as all of you should be, Ted at the News. And I'm on the gram, as Ted calls it, and I see all of Ted's profile pics change into what looks like a professional photo shoot new profile pic. And I thought to myself, I've been gone 4 days, and he's taking over the show. He's getting publicity photos. And I hear, so what's up with the photos? Did you went out and got a photo shoot?
I'm a hand model now.
Oh, my goodness. You're a hand model now?
And Eric and I have a new movie coming out. You know, he's over my shoulder. So, yeah, a lot of things happened while you were out, but only good things, only good things.
I was like, we get new photos every 3 years, and here's Ted getting a new photo session while I was gone. Yeah.
It was just beautiful. But don't look here. I actually had to do some manual labor this weekend, so I have a blister.
I know. I know. Everyone at home.
Never again.
Join me in going, oh, poor Ted. Did some manual labor. Goodbye, Ted. Thank you, buddy.
Goodbye.
We're going to take a break. I have some funny, informational, and sassy stories when we come back. Back in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. It is my first day back. I take two big trips every year, 2 breaks. My bosses are kind enough to do it because of the 2 shows. I do a summer break, and then I do about 2 weeks in the winter, and I'm appreciative. And so when I tell these stories, I just want people to know. And I had a gratitude. I was telling Kendall, I had a gratitude moment during the break too, during my vacation, that I realize that I'm very lucky to get this time off. So when I post pictures, I never want people to, I wasn't raised to be braggadocious like that. And so when I post pictures and stuff, I just want people to know my intention. And speaking of that, I posted, it's funny that we talked about Valerie Bertinelli, because, you know, I talked about my white t-shirt story back in March, where I was at a water park, and I've always been a puffy kid. I was one of those kids that never took off his shirt at the pool. I was always embarrassed. And in March, I was like, you know what? I'm 46. Screw it. I'm going to take off my shirt. And I did it again. For the first time in my life, I did some thirsty Martha Stewart thirst photos. Mm-hmm. I did at the pool. I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm 46. So I posted them on my Instagram page. I was like, if Martha Stewart can do it, I can do it. And I just felt really, I hope it motivates me. I'm like, be comfortable in the body that you're in. And I was, so I posted a shirtless photo.
Heck yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to tell you a little story. So many things happened on this trip. I'm not kidding, friends. I obviously have more time to go off on the radio show. But one of the things actually has a little informational element to it. You know, Hawaii still has a lot of travel restrictions. Right now, you have to either show your vaccination card, or you have to have a negative COVID test within 72 hours. That just changed on July 8th. When we went, even if you're vaccinated, you still had to get a COVID test within 72 hours of landing. So we were in Florida for the first few days, so Colin had to arrange to get us an approved COVID test. So the state of Hawaii has a list of approved people that you can get a COVID, and one of them is CVS. So Colin, being the organized one that he is, Colin schedules it at CVS. So we do it on Tuesday. We're leaving on Thursday. So we asked the hotel, do you have like a car that we can use? Because we didn't rent a car, because rental cars are like half your mortgage nowadays. So we get the car and we ask the driver, can you take us to the drive-through testing at CVS? So here we are. We pull up to the drive-through, and I apologize to the Uber driver. I go, I'm sorry, you don't want to be doing this, but thank you. So Colin and I do our little swab. We put it in the bag. We hand it to the CVS lady. We're driving to Disney's Animal Kingdom. And as we're almost to the park, Colin's face turns 4 shades of white. And I went, what is wrong with you? And he looked at me and he said, I think we took the wrong test. And at that moment I went, what do you mean you think we took the wrong test? He goes, well, they want you to click a specific CVS link on the State of Hawaii website. I didn't. I just went through CVS. So I don't know if this is the right COVID test. So we get out of the car. We're standing at Animal Kingdom. And I go, what should we do? He goes, well, let's schedule another one. So we had to find another CVS 30 minutes away. We called another Uber. I get in the car and I go, hi, I will tip you well. We need you to drive us to a CVS in the drive-thru and wait for us while we stick a swab up our nose. And the guy's like, okay, sure, I mean, I guess. So we drove 25 minutes away. We get to the CVS. This is what the woman says. Hello? And I go, yeah, we're here. And she goes, you already took a test today. And Colin said, I know, but the state, I don't think we took the right one. And she looks and she goes, there's only one that we offer. So I think you're good, I think. And she goes, plus, because you took one today, we can't give you another one.
Oh.
So now we're stressed. And now we've been on 2 Ubers, 2 hours. We go back to the park and we finally get to Hawaii. We got the test results the morning the plane took off. We get to Hawaii. I'm telling you all this because I saw a lot of Minnesotans in Hawaii and I got a lot of emails. A lot of you are traveling there because it's cheap. And if you are going, please be aware that once you land, you will then wait in another line that it's about an hour long to show them your QR code, to show them that so be prepared. It was a cluster blank, stressful. It was, look, we did it and we spent a lot of time in Ubers. And also we got to go to break because the next little segment is all good stuff. I just want to tell folks there was an article in the USA Today talking about how many tourists are in Maui and how tourists are just being awful to staff and service industry people in Hawaii. Don't be a knucklehead. Be nice to these people. They're working with staff shortages. They don't have a lot of supplies. They're doing the best they can. We witnessed a bunch of idiots being rude to servers. They're doing the best they can. You're in paradise. Be grateful you're there. Drink your Mai Tai and behave yourself. Because people were just entitled and gross to these service industry people, and you know how I feel about that. So please be nice. When we come back, some funniness after this. Back in a moment. Welcome back, my friends. Thank you for being here. Good to be back. I really did. I missed you guys so much. I couldn't wait to get on the air because I love trying to make people laugh and telling fun stories, and I have more for you. So the 2 weeks, we kind of split it in between Florida at Disney World and then Hawaii. This first picture I have for you, this is us at Disney World. This is us at Disney World. This is us on Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster at Walt Disney World. And as you can see, I'm doing a bro. Is that like a bro? I think it's
rock
broy.
on.
That's like a rock on, isn't it? I was trying to look broy. I mean,
Yeah, you did
you know, a little rock star-ish. Did I do okay, Kendall?
I don't know if you look broy, but you did the rock.
Well, I see
star look.
bros always going, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I tried to do that. Anyway, and then, like I said, we went on to Hawaii, first in Waikiki, and then the other side of Oahu at Disney's Aulani. Leo, go ahead and put up the next photo. Okay, so this is what I posted this on social media. If you read it, I appreciate it. This is beautiful. I couldn't wait to get on the show today to tell you about that woman right there in the middle. This is an example of a woman that, you know, when you work for a big corporation, sometimes it's hard to be recognized. That lady right there her name is Susan. And she gave me the lei, the beautiful handmade lei that I'm wearing right now. That is one of the most beautiful souls I've ever met in any adventure, any vacation. She has worked at the legendary Royal Hawaiian for 40 years this year. And she was the first woman ever hired to be allowed to work at their legendary Mai Tai bar, which is right on the ocean. Stars go there. Bruno Mars performed there when he was a kid. It's a legendary bar. And that woman right there is the first woman to be allowed to work there in 1981. And she continues to be there to this day. And I get it. I'm not blaming Marriott or whoever owns the Royal Hawaiian. But these big companies need to know it's women like Susan that make guests like me want to come back. Yes, it's the beauty. Yes, the sheets are nice and the pillows and the pool are nice, but you can get that at any hotel. long tenured employees like Susan are the reason that return guests come back. She makes you feel great. She's a beautiful lady inside and out. And I hope the bigwigs at her company recognize and appreciate her. I know it's, oh, let's get rid of them and bring in the 20, the young. No, that's your jewel. That's a jewel of your company right there. So I love you, Susan, and thank you for the lei. I said, is this going to last a few days? She goes, yes. So, and then my final, I took this for you guys. Again, we were on the other side of Oahu, and we did a sunset cruise. The video takes away the beauty, but look at this. It's just breathtaking. This was right at sunset. I'm no photographer, Eric, but I think it comes across. It was just, I was telling Kendall and the crew during the break, I felt so, oh, and there's the mountains, Kendall, look at that. Oh, and there's an annoying couple right there at the beginning. But anyway, there's the mountains right there in the background. They shot some Pearl Harbor, the movie scenes in that mountain area. I just try to take in the beauty every so often, not to sound woo-woo, but I looked at Colin and I said, we are very lucky to be able to see this. And I just tried to feel that, because not everyone gets to see it. And it was, Kendall, it was breathtakingly beautiful. And every so often I just had to stop and just be in the moment and take it in, because it's paradise. It literally is paradise. And that sunset cruise was great. Yeah. I had a woman, if you've ever seen Barb and Star, go to Vista Del Mar.
Duh.
There's a great scene in there where Barb and Star get to the bar and they meet Jamie Dornan, and Jamie goes, I'm in room 617, and the women go, oh, 617? Oh my goodness, I'm in 136. We're on that catamaran, and there's a couple behind us, and this woman, she's wearing basically an evening gown, and Colin and I are just trying to keep to ourselves, and she goes, gentlemen, boys. And I turn around, I'm like, yes. She goes, where are you two from? And I said, oh, we're from Minneapolis. She goes, oh, Minneapolis? I'm from Des Moines. And I just thought, am I living in Barb and Star? Minneapolis? Oh my goodness, I'm from Des Moines.
Was she wearing culottes?
6 hours away, but hey, I get her point. Iowa, Minnesota, we're neighbors. She was cracking me up. Oh my goodness, I'm from Des Moines. Anyway, it was a great time. Susan, I love you. All the staff, it was, oh, yeah, thank you, Leo. Isn't this beautiful? Thank you for taking a close-up. It's just handmade and gorgeous, and it did survive the last couple days. So, Susan, I love you, and I feel very blessed to have you in my life. We're going to take a break. We'll be back to wrap things up after these words. Back in a moment. Welcome back. I'm gonna go across the street and get some poke tacos. You can stay connected with our show on social media. Here's how you do it. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search for Jason Show TV. And if you want to see my thirst trap photos, just search for Jason. If you want to see a 46-year-old by the pool, search for. Thank you, Eric. I look like a little gay hash brown, just a little tater tot.
A hot
You can
gay
see
hash
a little hot hash brown. You can see it at Jason. What's my name? Jason Matheson.
It's Jason Matheson.
That's right. If you want to see Ted's photo shoot that costs more than my photo shoot, Ted at the News. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this. Costs more than ours, Kendall. Okay, so we announced about the new mug, okay? I knew this was gonna happen. Let me be crystal Carrington clear, because now people are going, I would like that in red. I would like that in orange. No, it's in purple. We don't have a variety of colors. And number two, we're not selling them. I wish we were, but upstairs, I don't know, somebody upstairs doesn't want to. You can only get these if you sign up for the virtual audience now and actually show up. We can't grandfather mugs in for people that were in March. I apologize.
People are color requesting?
They're color requesting. So I just want to prevent Ted and Jeff from answering 47,000 emails. Also, hey, tomorrow is our live show from Parade Stadium in Minneapolis, part of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour. Join us live with some big surprises. Keep in mind, though, if the weather is bad, we will post on our Facebook page if we have to cancel. So keep an eye on the Jason Show Facebook page for more. That's going to do it for us. If you're a kid watching and you're being bullied, just like Valerie Bertinelli says, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you that you are doing it wrong. I love you guys. It's good to be back. We'll see you tomorrow.